narcissist will expect you highly and regret losing you when you do this. I hope everyone's day is going swimmingly. Those who've tangled with a narcissist know well the roller coaster of their affections. At times, they shower you with care, lavish you with expensive gifts, and profess deep devotion. They make you feel like the center of their universe. But alas, this tenderness is fleeting. Soon their tone shifts, critiquing your appearance and speech in ways that boggle the mind, leaving you questioning your own sanity. The loving gestures morph into something unrecognizable, and suddenly, the one who once adored you finds fault in everything you do, then grows bored without rhyme or reason. They discard you, leaving you feeling insignificant, a mere pawn in their game, easily discarded and swiftly forgotten. Yet, the tables turn when their ego needs a boost. Suddenly, you're indispensable once more, as if the past were erased with their return. But what if you held the reins of this relationship? What if it were your choice this time? How does one make a narcissist yearn for their presence? The answer lies in a potent tool: indifference. Denying them attention can incite them to great lengths to regain your notice. Narcissists crave adoration and thrive on attention, so withholding it can be a potent strategy. By making it challenging for them to win you back, you seize control of this cat and mouse dynamic. It demands persistence and patience, but the payoff can be immensely gratifying. This is how you reclaim power after making a narcissist long for your presence. Is it conceivable for a narcissist to genuinely long for your presence? The common perception paints narcissists as emotionless, self-absorbed automatons, but reality offers a different narrative. They possess a profound sensitivity and emotional intensity that often leaves little room for others' emotions to permeate. It's not that they lack the capacity to empathize. Rather, their self-absorption eclipses the emotional landscapes of those around them. So, can an individual so engrossed in their own world truly pine for your companionship? The answer lies in a murky intersection of yes and no. Every relationship, even the most harmonious ones, harbors unmet emotional needs. In some capacity, even the most callous individuals may experience a semblance of missing your presence. They might sense a void, an absence of the mental stimulation and validation they seek. Your absence may leave them yearning for someone to reflect back the grandiose image they hold of themselves, thus evoking a sense of longing. Yet, for a genuine narcissist, the concept of missing someone diverges drastically from conventional sentiment. They don't yearn for you as a multifaceted individual with thoughts, feelings, and distinct traits. Rather, they crave the emotions you elicited within them. You served as a conduit for their self-serving gratification, a reservoir of positive feelings they could tap into at will. Their longing is not for your presence per se, but for the fulfillment of their insatiable egoic desires, seeking someone under their dominion to satiate their selfish whims whenever the need arises. However, this sentiment doesn't preclude the possibility of them replacing you. Another individual who can replicate the emotional responses you elicited could readily assume your role. Thus, when a narcissist claims to miss you, it's imperative to discern the underlying meaning behind their words. How can you stir feelings of loss and regret in a narcissist after parting ways? For those unfamiliar with the dynamics of such relationships, the desire to reconcile with a narcissist post-breakup may seem perplexing. However, for individuals who have endured the tumultuous roller coaster of narcissistic entanglements, the aftermath of a sudden discard can leave them feeling adrift and vulnerable. Mastering the art of reigniting a narcissist's interest post-discard can serve as a potent tool for bolstering one's self-esteem, even amidst the inevitable demise of the relationship. So, how can you effectively evoke a sense of loss in a narcissist? 1. Step into their mindset. To elicit a yearning for your presence in a narcissist, it's crucial to comprehend their thought patterns. What aspects of your personality held the greatest allure for them? Which traits might prove challenging for them to replicate in a new partner? For a narcissist, the loss of their primary source of validation, often centered around sexual gratification, elicits profound regret. Understand that to them, you were not perceived as an individual, but rather as a means to fulfill their emotional needs. Do narcissists reminisce about the sources of pleasure they once enjoyed? Undoubtedly. Reflect on instances where they sought validation the most fervently. What triggered their insecurities and vulnerabilities? Recall moments when you bolstered their ego with praise and admiration. Armed with this insight, strategically reintroduce elements of validation in measured doses to reignite their interest. 2. Allow them to initiate the breakup. It might seem like the narcissist is already driving the relationship to its end with their blame-shifting, deception, and overall toxic behavior. If you're like most individuals, you've likely expressed how their actions deeply affect you. However, conventional approaches to addressing relationship issues don't sway narcissists. They often emerge victorious in these confrontations because they are indifferent to your emotional state. When faced with belittlement or victim playing from the narcissist, refrain from engaging in a futile battle. Instead, acquiesce to their accusations and affirm their perspective. By conceding, you diffuse the conflict and create an opportunity to extricate yourself from the relationship. Should they express surprise at your decision, calmly remind them of the hurtful remarks they just made. Employing this strategy may prompt the narcissist to miss you and lament the loss of your companionship. 3. Foster open communication about their innermost thoughts. Contrary to common belief, narcissists do harbor emotions. However, articulating their feelings and concerns in a constructive manner poses a challenge for them. Interestingly, narcissists desire emotional intimacy much like everyone else. Yet, their own apprehensions and insecurities obstruct genuine emotional connections. Narcissistic individuals perpetually fear appearing vulnerable, fearful, or imperfect, universal anxieties shared by all. To shield themselves, they erect emotional barriers to prevent others from glimpsing their authentic selves, fearing potential judgment. Consequently, their relationships often revolve around superficial attributes such as wealth, status, or physical attractiveness. Anything deeper or emotionally taxing threatens their meticulously curated facade. Nevertheless, with patience and persistence, it is feasible to breach the narcissist's defenses. Upon dismantling their emotional barriers and fostering vulnerability, they may transiently develop a stronger attachment to you. 4. Narcissists are perpetually on the lookout for something perceived as better, a wealthier partner, enhanced social status, or greater material wealth. It's crucial to remind them of the positive aspects of your relationship. Often, narcissists fixate solely on the negative aspects of past relationships, disregarding the moments of joy and fulfillment. To reignite a narcissist's interest, highlight the positive contributions you made to the relationship. When they attempt to justify their decision to end things and preserve their self-image, they may emphasize your shortcomings and relationship issues. However, you can subtly instill doubt in their minds by gently prompting them to reconsider their choice. Over time, this seed of doubt may take root, causing them to reflect on your value and what they relinquished by letting you go. Employing this approach may evoke feelings of longing and regret in the narcissist, ultimately leading them to miss you and feel remorseful for their decision to leave. 5. Establish a no-contact policy. The most straightforward way to evoke regret in a narcissist for losing you is to cease communication altogether. Even if they initiated the breakup, narcissists often keep the lines of communication open to access you whenever they need a boost to their ego. Enforcing a strict no-contact rule sends a clear message to the narcissist that they no longer hold significance in your life, that their emotional fluctuations no longer sway you, and that reconciliation is not on the table. However, complete cessation of communication may not always be feasible, especially in cases where co-parenting with a narcissistic ex is necessary. In such instances, focus discussions solely on matters concerning the child's well-being, avoiding topics that cater to the narcissist's self-absorption. If the narcissist attempts to divert the conversation to themselves and their post-breakup experiences, gently redirect the dialogue to pertinent parenting issues. Does absence truly make the narcissist's heart grow fonder? It's essential to recognize that the effectiveness of the no-contact rule hinges on its temporary nature, particularly if reconciliation is the ultimate goal. This period of silence affords the narcissist time for introspection and may facilitate a realization of your significance in their life. Nevertheless, it's imperative not to interpret this as a validation of your worth as an individual. More likely, the narcissist is acknowledging your value solely in terms of what you can provide for them. If the narcissist inquires about missing you after a period of no communication, it's not indicative of a desire to rekindle the relationship, but rather a longing for the narcissistic supply you once provided. How can you prompt a narcissist to pursue you post-breakup? Often, narcissists will initiate a period of solitude, attempting to diminish your sense of worth while seeking out what they perceive as superior romantic prospects. The key to enticing a narcissist to pursue you lies in showcasing the void they've created by your absence. Remind them of the significance you held in their life. Narcissists will only extend kindness and consideration when they fear losing something of value. They must comprehend that your continued presence in their life hinges upon their behavior. Rekindling the excitement of the relationship's early stages can also be effective. During the honeymoon phase, narcissists perceive their partner as an ideal source of emotional fulfillment. Your objective is to evoke these sentiments once more, transporting them back to a time when they lavished you with affection and attention due to the novelty of the relationship. Nevertheless, it's crucial to bear in mind the reason behind the narcissist's departure. Their affection is transient, with an expiration date contingent upon their satisfaction. 1. Treat yourself. Narcissists place great importance on appearance, applicable to both genders. If you seek to instigate remorse in a narcissist for losing you, consider enhancing your physical appearance. Demonstrating self-sufficiency and flourishing post-breakup through self-care and personal grooming can provoke their ire, as it challenges their perceived control over your self-esteem. Additionally, narcissists derive validation from being seen with attractive individuals, bolstering their own image. Witnessing your enhanced appearance post-breakup may evoke regret in the narcissist, serving as a poignant reminder of their loss and potentially reigniting their pursuit. 2. Embrace your true self. While physical attractiveness may initially draw narcissists, there's more to allure than meets the eye. Focusing on self-improvement serves as a liberating path from a self-centered relationship, allowing you to explore your full potential. Now is your opportunity to pursue long-held interests and ambitions. Whether it's embarking on a new career path, traversing the globe, or indulging in a newfound hobby, seizing the moment can captivate the attention of the narcissist. Your newfound drive and passion will not go unnoticed, potentially reigniting their intrigue. Embracing your aspirations not only enriches your life, but also communicates to the narcissist that you are thriving independently, prompting them to reconsider their decision and perhaps lament losing you. 3. foster their self-expression. Most individuals relish the opportunity to share their experiences, finding validation in attentive listeners. Narcissists, however, take this inclination to the extreme, often dominating conversations with tales of their achievements. Encourage the narcissist to discuss their triumphs or interests, refraining from pointing out falsehoods or exaggerations. While challenging, particularly if the narcissist initiated the breakup and you're acutely aware of their flaws, validating their accomplishments fosters a sense of worth and admiration. By affording them the platform to boast about their achievements, you convey appreciation and admiration, potentially sparking a desire to reconcile. Essentially, by embracing your authentic self and engaging in conversations that bolster their self-esteem, you may prompt the narcissist to yearn for your companionship once more. 4. Maintain a balanced response. While it may seem contradictory to the previous advice, strategically limiting admiration can be a powerful tactic to lure a narcissist back. The key is to remain engaged in their self-absorbed narratives without excessively praising or expressing satisfaction. By demonstrating continued interest without readily offering praise, you compel the narcissist to strive harder for your validation. The longer you sustain this approach, the more intrigued they become. The goal is to make the narcissist crave your admiration and perceive it as a coveted reward that requires effort to attain. 5. Exude an aura of unavailability. For the ego-driven narcissist, the pursuit of a challenge is exhilarating. For many, the thrill of the chase surpasses the satisfaction of being in a relationship. To entice a narcissist back into your orbit, create an illusion of unavailability. When the narcissist attempts to arrange a meeting, respond ambiguously to convey business and an inability to commit to a specific time. This ambiguity fosters an air of mystery and allure, intensifying the narcissist's desire to reconnect with you. To evoke longing and reignite the narcissist's pursuit, attentively listen to their self-centered narratives while tempering admiration and projecting an image of unavailability. There you have it. We trust this content provided valuable insights and entertainment. Narcissists face a heightened vulnerability as they perceive their emotions as a manifestation of weakness and a potential threat. Stemming from a likely lack of parental support or encouragement during their formative years, these adults struggle to articulate their emotions. Additionally, they believe that projecting strength is essential to earning respect from those around them. The fear of not being liked or respected looms large in their minds. All are invited to join. We appreciate your interest in this film. This video caters to those seeking a deeper understanding of narcissistic behavior. In today's presentation, I will delve into the distinctions between employing the silent treatment on a narcissist and being subjected to it. Unlike narcissists, who employ silence as a means to garner attention or favor, we adopt a strategic approach. I will guide you on effectively implementing the silent treatment on a narcissist and offer insights into potential reactions. Given the pervasive presence of narcissists, mastering the art of avoiding collaboration with them is invaluable, considering not every encounter with a narcissist leads to a favorable outcome. Protecting oneself emotionally from a narcissist requires standing firm and refraining from responding to their advances or displaying any indication of concern. It is crucial that our version of maintaining radio silence differs from the narcissist's approach. For instance, a narcissist might utilize this tactic as a form of punishment and control over their subordinates. When faced with rejection, criticism, or any confrontation, narcissists often remain silent, preoccupied with scheming their next source of supply or contemplating the downfall of their perceived adversary. When a narcissist abruptly ceases communication, it is almost always an attempt to inflict harm. Their silence is laced with malicious intent and cruelty, devoid of any goodwill. However, employing the silent treatment, adopting a grey rock strategy, or any other method of disengagement is a protective measure for our own well-being. Placing trust in a narcissist is a significant error, acknowledging the inherent dangers associated with dealing with them. We anticipate that the narcissist will attempt to test our boundaries through provocative words and actions. It's crucial to bear in mind that if we choose silence in response to mistreatment, the narcissist may accuse us of mental abuse and neglect, asserting that we deliberately withheld the truth from them, contending that they never abandoned us. In essence, narcissists are habitual liars. They employ silence as a weapon for inflicting harm and control, yet we find ourselves labelled as the culprits when we resort to silence as a means of self-protection. Another reason lies in the narcissist's difficulty in facing the consequences of their own actions. Our decision to remain silent has left the narcissist both anxious and perplexed. The absence of our efforts to pacify them exacerbates the narcissist's predicament. Silence proves to be the most effective strategy against narcissists because they can only manipulate us if we openly express our thoughts and feelings. When we choose silence, it is a deliberate effort to thwart narcissists from achieving their objectives. There is no exertion of power over them. Rather, the paramount concern is our safety. Prioritizing self-care is essential, and succumbing to the manipulation or guilt-tripping of a narcissist should not be entertained. It's important to recognize that ignoring a narcissist does not equate to adopting their behavior, even if they attempt to label us as such. The act of ignoring is not necessarily an attempt to inflict personal harm. Instead, it is a learned strategy to counter a narcissist's attempts at control. In light of our insights, employing the tactic of ignoring a narcissist emerges as an effective means to cease their disruptive influence. By not allowing them access to our emotions, understanding, or reactions, we thwart their attempts to infiltrate our lives and manipulate our mental well-being. If a narcissist is granted entry into one's life, they are likely to engage in mental manipulation and emotional exploitation. By denying them the emotional responses they crave, we compel them to seek alternative avenues for their disruptive behavior. In reality, refraining from giving anything to narcissists is the wisest course of action. However, it's crucial to anticipate that they might resort to name-calling and hurtful remarks as a means to tarnish your reputation and provoke a response. Interestingly, narcissists are more repelled by individuals who actively avoid them. This aligns with our objective, as distancing ourselves from them becomes imperative. If employing strategies like the cold shoulder or grey rocking discourages their communication, then that's a worthwhile approach. We cannot afford to squander our limited mental and emotional energy on individuals determined to deplete us. Without proactive measures, narcissists can inflict harm in various ways. It falls upon us to take the initiative and prevent them from obstructing our paths. Ideally, the message should be clear. Everyone should make every effort to extricate themselves from narcissistic relationships. Remember, narcissists can only influence our actions if we allow ourselves to be personally invested in them. Maintaining a calm demeanor when dealing with a narcissist is essential, as they will seek to dominate if given the opportunity. That concludes our discussion for today. I hope you gleaned valuable insights from this discourse. Feel free to share your thoughts by leaving a comment below.